Hello everyone! Welcome to today's webinar for the subject of Area of Architecture and the Built Environment, also referred to as ABE School at KTH, Royal Institute of Technology. My name is Vera, I'm from Germany and I study the Master's Program of Environmental Engineering and Sustainable Infrastructure. I will be your host for this webinar together with Peter.
Thank you. My name is Peter Brokking. I'm a lecturer at the Department of Urban Planning and Environment, but also program director of the Master Program Sustainable Urban Design, which is one of the programs that we offer within the subject of architecture and the built environment.
Today, we'll introduce you to KTH and the subject area of architecture and the built environment, along with the diverse range of master programs that we offer in this field. You'll get a deeper understanding of how a master's degree can shape your future and open up various career paths. We'll also explore the research happening in this area and how the education remains closely connected to the industry practices. Plus, there's a Q&A where you'll have the chance to ask questions to some of our current students who are happy to share their experience and give you a glimpse into student life at KTH. We also have KTH staff members like master coordinators that will also be answering your questions. Let me give you a brief overview of KTH. The university was established 1827. The reigning Swedish king Carl Gustaf XVI is the guardian of the university. Since the start, KTH has been at the center of many of the technological advances in Sweden. In the early 50s, the country's first nuclear reactor was installed on campus. And at the same time, Sweden's very first TV station went on the air across the street. Over the last 200 years, KTH has gone on to become one of the most prominent technical universities in Europe, attracting talent from all over the world. We have over 13,000 full-time students. Of them, over 2,000 are international master students. KTH also has around 2,000 PhD students, many of them coming from outside of Sweden. Today, KTH is ranked as 78th in the world in the 2026 QS World University Rankings. So, why is choosing a program at KTH a good decision? The master's programs are of high international standards, as we could see from the QS ranking. KTH also has a focus on having close connections with the industry to give the students real-life practice and connections for potential future careers. Furthermore, KTH supports entrepreneurial thinking, and I believe there's quite a number of startups being created every year at KTH.
Another reason I would like to add is the diverse cultural and academic background of students in the master programs, contributing to a dynamic and enriching learning environment at the KTH.
Yes. The average acceptance rate, that is the number of admitted students in relation to the number of applicants who meet the admission requirements for a specific program, last year to our master's program was 29%. The acceptance rates vary widely between the programs and change every year, depending on the number of qualified applicants and places in each program. So, you might wonder what the word school refers to. KTH's activities are separated into 5 subject areas, also referred to as schools. Each of these is heading a number of department centers of excellence, and undergraduate study programs. Each subject area at KTH is responsible for education and research activities within the specific subject area. We offer a webinar for each subject area, and you register via the website to join. One has already aired, and you will find the recording together with all coming recordings on the website.
Architecture and the built environment is, like Vera mentioned, one of the subject areas at KTH. Our research and education programs concern the future of our societies, how cities, buildings and infrastructure will be designed and built, how to manage the environment in a sustainable way, how institutions and regulatory systems should be developed to produce good sustainable living environment for all, and how to provide good development opportunities for businesses. There are about 3,000 students on the bachelor and master level in the subject area, as well as 300 doctoral students studying subjects ranging from architecture, civil and architectural engineering, land and water resources, to philosophy, economics, urban planning and transport studies. Here you can find 70 professors, 70 lecturers and 100 researchers within the School of Architecture and the Built Environment, who all contribute to with significant expertise within their subject area. The subject area of architecture and the built environment is unique among KTH schools, as students and researchers work with not only with natural science and technology, but also with social sciences and humanities. A way to get an indication of the quality of our education program is to look at the international rankings. As you see here, KTH once again places high in the latest QS subject rankings and the recent ARWU ranking.
So let's have a look at our campus. There are actually multiple campuses, as you can see on the map. However, all the activities in ABE are located on the main campus. The main campus has lots of old buildings, but they're also kept up to date. And one of the best examples is the library, which is a red brick building, but with modern elements, and my favorite place to study. There's also the main building with the courtyard, where it's really nice to have lunch when the sun is out. The classes are kind of spread across the campus, but it's all within walking distance. And you can see there's also a sports center and the Royal National Park, so you can go for a stroll in between lectures. If you're ever in the city, I highly recommend taking a campus tour to get a first-hand experience of the KTH campus.
Thank you, Vera. Now move on to the master programs offerings. The master programs within architecture and the built environment capture the entire construction process from design and planning to production and long-term management of buildings and facilities, as well as the management and protection of natural environments and water systems. All our master programs are taught in English and connect to the latest research and focus explicitly on knowledge and skills needed in industry and the public sector. We offer 8 two-year master programs and one-year master program across the variety of specialized fields within the architecture and built environment. We will introduce them to you at this webinar, but for a more detailed description, you can also look at the program pages at the KTH website. Starting with the master program in architectural lighting and design, which is a one-year master program, which explores how natural and artificial lighting affects human behavior, comfort and health. It combines visual, physical and biological-based experience and knowledge applied to design, technology and health. Next is the architecture program that offers a unique learning environment that allows students to personalize their studies. Apart from orientation courses that study the fundamentals of architecture, students can freely choose among different studio courses that explore current topics in the field of architecture. It also emphasizes hands-on learning through individual and collaborative projects, site visit, interactions with industry.
The Civil and Architectural Engineering program has its focus on designing our future homes and infrastructure. It will equip the students with a deep understanding of human conditions and needs and urgent demands for sustainability. The Master's program in Environmental Engineering and Sustainable Infrastructure is my program, and it gives you interdisciplinary tools to solve future environmental problems and prepares for careers as environmental engineers. Real estate and construction management offers a combination of applied and theoretical courses to pursue professionals in real estate development, law, economics, management, finance, and construction management. This comprehensive approach enables students to contribute effectively to sustainable solutions across various sectors, from consulting to research and public policy.
Moving on to the program Sustainable Technology, which covers the concept of industrial ecology, focusing on the introduction of technical, economic, social and ecological systems and processes. It explores this interdisciplinary framework for designing and operating industrial systems and are interdependent of natural systems. Then we have my master program, which I'm in charge of, is the program Sustainable Urban Planning and Design. In this program, students will be equipped with capacities to tackle urban challenges by connecting architecture, planning, and natural and social sciences. Through a blend of theoretical courses, studio work, and project assignments, students develop critical expertise in designing resilient and inclusive urban environments.
Yes. Lastly, we have... Oh, no.
We also have the programs Transport and Information Technology. Knowing the functional and environmental friendly transport systems are vital in the sustainable society, this program will provide you with expertise in geoinformation technology and learn you to plan and manage advanced transport systems.
Now, lastly, the Transport, Mobility and Innovation Master Program. The program integrates traditional engineering disciplines with innovation and entrepreneurship to form engineers who can construct an urban environment that is more sustainable and provides more livable communities. This program is coordinated by EIT Urban Mobility, so the application procedure looks a bit different. You'll find all the information on the program page. So to learn more about the different programs, we encourage you to join the program-specific webinars offered by some of the programs. It's a chance to get a deeper insight into the program, meet key representatives like the program director and current students, and explore the program content in more detail. So, how to apply to the KTH programs? Let's have a closer look. Start by visiting kth.se/master and explore our master programs and find one or more programs that fit your interest. Next step is to check the admission requirements for your programs. You can find those requirements on the program page itself. If you think you have the background to meet the requirements, you're ready to start your application. You apply through university admissions, which is the Swedish national application system. You create an account and select your programs. You can select up to 4 programs and rank them in your order of priority. You have to submit your application by the 15th of January. By the 2nd of February, you must submit all required documents for your application for your university admissions account. If you are not an EU, EEA, or Swiss citizen, you have to pay an application fee of 900 crowns. The application fee deadline is also the 2nd of February. On March 26th, you can find out your admission results by logging into your account at University Admissions. And we'll also have a webinar on the 4th of December, and there will be application walkthrough as well. And now let's take a closer look to the admission requirements. First, there's general requirements that goes for all master programs. You must have been awarded a bachelor's degree equivalent to a Swedish bachelor's degree, or have other corresponding academic qualifications from an internationally recognized university. You must also be proficient in English, equivalent to Swedish upper secondary school. The requirement can be satisfied through test results or for previous universities and upper secondary school studies. You should be aware that there might be country-specific requirements for you. We encourage you to check those out on university admissions. You must also meet the program-specific requirements that vary between the programs. The program may require you to have specified numbers of credits in a particular field or a specific main subject area for your bachelor's degree. So, what applications documents do you need? They vary between programs and also depend on your country of previous studies. All documents are fully explained on our website, but I will give you a quick introduction. You need to provide certificates and diplomas of your completed degrees that are officially issued. You also need to provide a transcript of completed courses and grades included in your degree. You need proof of English proficiency, and as I said, they can be met through either a test or previous studies. You need to provide a copy of passport with personal data and photograph or other forms of identification document.
Each program also requires specific application documents. These vary between programs and can, for example, be a CV, a letter of motivation or letter of recommendation, and a summary sheet. You need to submit documents required by all programs you apply for. Moreover, students that apply for the architecture program, as well as students with a design background that apply for the master's program Sustainable Urban Planning Design, need to submit a portfolio when applying. Visit the program pages to find out what is needed. KTH equips students with knowledge and tools needed to move to the society towards a more sustainable future. Sustainability is a major driver for our research and is integrated into the master programs at the School of Architecture and the Built Environment. We are committed to strengthen sustainability aspects into the curricula in ways that align with the specific focus of the disciplines. On each of the program pages you can find which goals our specific programs relate to. The subject area of at KTH is particularly known for its great context with society outside academia, that is private companies and the public sector, as well as research organizations and governmental agencies. We also have a well-organized contact with those companies and organizations regarding the context and development of educational programs, so they are up to date with what is needed in practice in your future professional life. Vera, do you have any good examples of what you learned when you met the connection to the institutions?
Yeah, well, I've had multiple guest lectures with companies giving an insight how things are done and what future challenges are in the field. Especially now as I'm in my second year and looking for a master thesis, there have been multiple master thesis suggestions through these guest lectures. So it's pretty nice.
Great.
Yeah.
The School of Architecture and Built Environment is divided into 6 departments, as you see them here on the screen. In addition, there are 6 competence centers and 3 research networks. Research focuses on how cities, buildings, and infrastructure should be designed and built, how institutions and systems of regulation should be improved to provide a suitable living environment and good opportunities for industry to develop. Interdisciplinary research with different focus plays an important role in bridging subject areas and provides new insights to the area of sustainable urban development. The program will prepare you for a career either in industry or in the public sector or in research. Let's have a look at the numbers from the latest career report. The report shows that over 50% of graduates secure a job already during their before graduation. Around 12% of KTH graduates decide to start their own company. And a vast majority of the students conduct their degree project in close in association with companies. Finally, you can see that 20% of our graduates get their first job through their degree project. Many graduates become doctoral students. About 12% of international graduates continue their education towards a PhD either at KTH or at another renowned university. We also see that former students that have started doctoral studies after a few years in industry. After graduation, you can apply for seeking a permit to stay in Sweden for a couple of months to find a job or a PhD position. It's though worth mentioning that a job immediately after graduation isn't guaranteed. KTH graduates still face different market challenges like industry demands, language, and specific skill sets. However, KTH does offer important services to help you navigate your career journey. Here is a list of potential professions after you completed one of our master programs. KTH students are very attractive in the labor market, both in Sweden and internationally. 90% of our students got a job within 6 months after completing their studies. Future employers in the subject of architecture and the built environment can be private consulting companies, real estate companies, housing companies, architectural firms, or construction companies, but also governmental agencies and city administrations and research centers. Examples of professional roles are urban planners, architect, civil engineer, traffic engineer, real estate finance manager or project manager, and environmental engineers. If you're interested in where our students continue their careers, you can look into the KTH LinkedIn page, where you can find in what roles and in what companies our graduates will have ended up.
This autumn, KTH offers numerous events to guide you on your journey. Visit kth.se/meet to explore digital and in-person events, and register to meet KTH representatives to get more information. Also, you can reach out to our student ambassadors from the ABE school, who are always happy to answer your questions. These are the same people who have been answering your questions in the Q&A during this session, so feel free to connect with them directly through our website. We appreciate you taking the time to join this webinar, so thank you for listening. The Q&A will soon close for new questions, but we'll keep the webinar open until all current questions are answered. If you have any additional questions after the webinar, please don't hesitate to reach out at info@kth.se. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey,
Bye-bye.
Vera.